Hello Swatantra TV viewers. I am Mahima, welcoming you to our English bulletin with latest news, updates and analysis. The India bloc will meet and decide on Wednesday whether to approach former partners such as the JDU and the TDP to attempt government formation at the centre, Congress leader Rahul Gandhi said. He was addressing the press conference with senior Congress leaders as the Lok Sabha poll results and trends showed the BJP was set to become the single largest party but would fall short of the magic figure of 272. He refused to say anything without asking the opinion of the allies. The alliance will decide tomorrow and whatever they decide will be implemented. Congress President Mallikarjun Kharge the Lok Sabha elections outcome a mandate against Prime Minister Narendra Modi and a political and moral defeat of the BJP. The BJP-led NDA was ahead in over 290 seats, while the opposition India bloc was leading in 232 parliamentary seats. This is public's result and public's and democracy's victory. The Congress party had been saying that this battle is between public and Modi, Kharge told reporters at the AICC headquarters flanked by Congress leaders Rahul Gandhi and Sonia Gandhi. Kharge said the voters did not give a complete majority to any single party, particularly the BJP that sought votes on the basis of one person, one face. This is their, BJP's, political and moral defeat, he said. He said the government machinery created obstacles in the path of the opposition alliance. Kharge said people saw through lies spread by Prime Minister Modi on Congress's manifesto.
इसके अलावा जो एक महत्वपूर्ण बात है वो भाजपा नेतृत्व की अहंकार की वजह से हुई। उन्होंने धीरे धीरे सारे संवैधानिक संस्थाओं के ऊपर गैर कानूनी तरीके से कब्जा करने की कोशिश की। फिर इनका उपयोग विरोधी दल के खिलाफ करने लगे। जो दब गया उसे दबा के अपने तरफ लिया, जो नहीं दबे उसकी पार्टी को तोड़ दिया, नहीं तो फिर जेल में डाल दिया। इस बार जनता ने किसी एक दल को पूर्ण बहुमत नहीं दिया। खासकर सत्ताधारी दल भाजपा ने एक व्यक्ति एक चेहरे के नाम पर वोट मांगा। अब ये स्पष्ट हो गया है कि ये मैंडेट मोदी जी के खिलाफ गया है। ये उनकी राजनीतिक और नैतिक हार है। आप जानते हैं कि कांग्रेस पार्टी और हमारे इंडिया गठबंधन से बहुत प्रतिकूल माहौल में चुनाव लड़ा। सरकारी मशीनरी ने कदम कदम पर अवरोध डाला। बैंक खाते सीज करने से लेकर तमाम नेताओं के खिलाफ अभियान चलाया। फिर भी शुरू से आखिर तक कांग्रेस पार्टी का कैंपेन सकारात्मक था, पॉजिटिव था। हमने महंगाई, बेरोजगारी, किसानों और मजदूरों की बदहाली और संविधान संस्थाओं का दुरुपयोग जैसे विषयों को केंद्रीय मुद्दा बनाकर हम जनता के सामने गए थे। इन मुद्दों पर बड़ी संख्या में लोग हमसे जुड़े, हमारा समर्थन किया। प्रधानमंत्री ने जिस तरह का कैंपेन किया वो इतिहास में लंबे समय तक याद रखा जाएगा। कांग्रेस के घोषणा पत्र के बारे में मोदी जी ने जो झूठ फैलाया, जनता ने उसे समझ लिया। मैं इस मौके पर कहना चाहूंगा कि श्री राहुल गांधी जी की दोनों यात्राएं, भारत जोड़ो यात्रा और भारत जोड़ो न्याय यात्रा के दौरान लाखों करोड़ों लोगों को मिलना, लोगों की समस्याओं को सुनना और आगे चलकर उन समस्याओं का हल ढूंढना हमारे कैंपेन का आधार बना। हमने इसी को 5 न्याय और 25 गारंटी का नाम दिया और इसी के आधार पर हमने गारंटी कार्ड बनाया। हमारे कार्यकर्ता उसे लेकर घर घर पहुंचे और लोगों को संपर्क करें।
Celebrations broke out at Telugu Desam party offices across Andhra Pradesh on Tuesday as the party, along with its pre-poll partners Jana Sena and BJP, obtained a bumper majority to form the government. According to the latest figures from the Election Commission, TDP won over 130 assembly segments while Jana Sena is 19 and BJP in 7. The ruling YSR Congress got single-digit seats. As part of a seat-sharing deal among NDA partners, TDP contested 144 Assembly and 17 Lok Sabha constituencies, while BJP put up candidates in 6 Lok Sabha and 10 Assembly seats. Jana Sena contested to Lok Sabha and 21 Assembly seats. From a brutal majority to a virtual battle for survival. Chief Minister Y.S. Jagan Mohan Reddy's electoral fortunes plummeted to unexpected depths within a span of 5 years, during which the outgoing Chief Minister launched a slew of populist measures. TDP in alliance with BJP and outside support from Jana Sena emerged victorious, compelling the YSRCP chief to slog it out for another 5 years to taste victory in 2019 polls, which was a landslide, enabling him to bag 151 Assembly and 22 Lok Sabha seats. Besides political opponents, he also had to deal with the opposition and adverse campaigning which emanated from his family members such as Andhra Pradesh Congress Committee President and sister Y.S. Sharmila and cousin Sunitha Naredi. In this backdrop, Jagan Mohan Reddy could not manage another win for his party in the hustings, as it was headed for a virtual rout. Pradesh outgoing Chief Minister Y.S. Jagan Mohan Reddy said he failed to understand the reason for YSR Congress Party's debacle in the assembly polls despite implementing several welfare measures without any trace of corruption. In a media briefing, Jagan, who won from the Pulivendula assembly segment by a majority of over 61,000 votes, said the party will rise from here to be with the people to do good. He said that he is ready to face the challenges. All the very best to the people who came to power, he said. YSR Congress Party will act as the voice of the voiceless, he further said. He congratulated TDP Supremo N. Chandrababu Naidu, Jana Sena Chief Pawan Kalyan and BJP for their astounding victory.
మరి ఇన్ని గొప్ప మార్పులు చేసిన తర్వాత ఇన్ని కోట్ల మందికి మంచి జరిగిన తర్వాత మరి అభిమానం ఏమైందో ఆప్యాయత ఏమైందో తెలియదు. ఎవరో మోసం చేశారో ఎవరో అన్యాయం చేశారో అని చెప్పి అనొచ్చు, కానీ ఆధారాలు లేవు. ఏం జరిగిందో దేవుడికి తెలుసు. పెద్ద నేనైతే చేయగలిగింది ఏమీ లేదు. ప్రజల తీర్పు తీసుకుంటాం, కానీ మంచి చేయడానికి మాత్రం ప్రజలకు తోడుగా ఖచ్చితంగా ఉంటాం. వాయిస్ ఆఫ్ ది వాయిస్లెస్ కింద ఈ పార్టీ తాను చేయాల్సిన పని తప్పకుండా చేస్తుంది. పేదవాడికి అండగా ఉండే కార్యక్రమంలో ఎప్పుడూ కూడా పేదవాడికి తోడుగా ఉంటూ గలం విప్పుతుంది, పేదవాడికి అండగా నిలుస్తుంది. పెద్ద పెద్ద వాళ్ళ కూటమి ఇది, ఢిల్లీలో సైతం శాసించే పరిస్థితుల్లో ఉన్న కూటమి ఇది. ఆ కూటమిలో ఉన్న బీజేపీకి, ఆ కూటమిలో ఉన్న చంద్రబాబు గారికి, ఆ కూటమిలో ఉన్న పవన్ కళ్యాణ్ గారికి అందరికీ కూడా వాళ్ళ గొప్ప విజయానికి అభినందనలు. ఓడిపోయినా కూడా నా ప్రతి కష్టంలో కూడా తోడుగా అండగా నిలబడిన నా ప్రతి నాయకుడికి, ప్రతి కార్యకర్తకు, ప్రతి వాలంటీర్కు, ప్రతి ఇంట్లో నుంచి వచ్చిన ప్రతి స్టార్ క్యాంపెయినర్గా నాకు తోడుగా నిలబడిన నా అక్క చెల్లెమ్మలకు, అన్నదమ్ములకు, మీ అందరికీ మనస్ఫూర్తిగా మీ అందరికీ కూడా కృతజ్ఞతలు తెలియజేస్తా ఉన్నాను. ఏం జరిగిందో తెలియదు కానీ ఏమి చేసినా, ఎంత చేసినా ఇంకా 40% ఓటు బ్యాంకు మాత్రం తగ్గించలేకపోయారు. ఖచ్చితంగా మళ్ళీ ఇక్కడి నుంచి లేస్తాం. మళ్ళీ ఇక్కడి నుంచి గుండె ధైర్యంతో నిలబడి మళ్ళీ లేస్తాం. ప్రతిపక్షంలో ఉండడం కొత్త కాదు, పోరాటాలు చేయడం అంతకన్నా కొత్త కాదు. నా రాజకీయ జీవితం అంతా కూడా ప్రతిపక్షంలోనే గడిపా, ఈ 5 సంవత్సరాలు తప్ప. పోరాటాలే చేశా. రాజకీయ జీవితంలో ఎవడు చూడని కష్టాలు కూడా అనుభవించా. ఇప్పుడు అంతకన్నా కష్టాలు ఏదైనా పెట్టినా కూడా సిద్ధంగా ఉన్నాం, సిద్ధంగా ఎదుర్కొంటాం. ఆల్ ది వెరీ బెస్ట్ గవర్నమెంట్లోకి వచ్చిన వాళ్ళకు.
The India Alliance made a major comeback in several politically crucial Hindi heartland states, with the latest trend in counting of votes on Tuesday showing it ahead in 42 seats out of 80 in Uttar Pradesh and registering steady headway in Rajasthan, Bihar, Haryana and Jharkhand. However, Prime Minister Narendra Modi's BJP-led alliance is set to retain power for a third consecutive term, but not with an overwhelming majority as predicted by various exit polls. The most unexpected performance put up by the India bloc was in politically crucial Uttar Pradesh, where Samajwadi Party was marching ahead in 35 seats and Congress in 7, according to the trends. The BJP is leading in 34 seats, its ally Rashtriya Lok Dal in 2 constituencies and Apna Dal, Sonilal, and Azad Samaj Party, Kanshi Ram, in 1 each. The opposition bloc's performance in Uttar Pradesh is being seen as a big surprise for the BJP that had almost swept the polls in 2014 with a stunning performance of coming out victorious in 71 seats and held its ground in 2019 by winning 62. In 2019, the Samajwadi Party won in 5 seats, Congress in 1 and Bahujan Samaj Party in 10. The Indian Alliance also made significant gains in Rajasthan, Haryana, Bihar and Jharkhand, but could not spring a surprise in Madhya Pradesh, Delhi, Uttarakhand and Chhattisgarh. The India Alliance also made inroads into Bihar, with Rashtriya Janata Dal being ahead in 4 seats, Congress in 2 seats, CPIML in 2 seats.
ये चुनाव इंडिया गठबंधन और कांग्रेस पार्टी सिर्फ एक राजनीतिक दल के खिलाफ नहीं लड़ी थी। ये चुनाव हम बीजेपी, एक राजनीतिक दल, हिंदुस्तान के इंस्टीट्यूशंस, हिंदुस्तान का जो पूरा गवर्नेंस का स्ट्रक्चर है, इंटेलिजेंस एजेंसीज, सीबीआई, ईडी, ये सब, आधी जुडिशरी, इन सब के खिलाफ हम लड़े थे, क्योंकि इन सब संस्थाओं को, इन सब इंस्टीट्यूशंस को नरेंद्र मोदी जी ने और अमित शाह जी ने कैप्चर करा, धमकाया, डराया। प्रेस की तो मैं बात करता रहता हूं, आपको मतलब काफी बार कहा है कि आपका भी रोल रहना चाहिए, और उस रोल को काफी लोगों ने किया, काफी लोगों ने खुल के किया, काफी लोगों ने छुप के किया, और आपके इमोशंस कहां थे हमें मालूम है। लड़ाई संविधान को बचाने की थी, कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन को बचाने की थी। और मैं आपको सच बताऊं, मेरे माइंड में था पहले से, जब इन्होंने हमारा बैंक अकाउंट कैंसिल किया, चीफ मिनिस्टर्स को जेल में डाला, पार्टियां तोड़ी, मेरे माइंड में था कि हिंदुस्तान की जनता अपने संविधान के लिए एक साथ खड़ी होकर लड़ जाएगी।
With latest trends showing the BJP falling below the majority mark, the Congress on Tuesday said it has become clear that it will be a staggering political and decisively moral defeat for Narendra Modi and he should resign and head to the Himalayas. Modi used to pretend that he was extraordinary. Now it has been proved that the outgoing Prime Minister is going to become former. Take moral responsibility and resign. This is the message of this election, Congress General Secretary Jairam Ramesh said in a post on X in Hindi. Exit polls on Saturday predicted that Prime Minister Modi will retain power for a third straight term, with the BJP-led NDA expected to win a big majority in the Lok Sabha polls. Ramesh in a post on X said the exit polls have been completely exposed for what they were, a total sham. He said it has also become clear that the exit polls that he orchestrated have been completely exposed for what they were, a total sham. On its own, the BJP appeared to be falling below the majority mark, with leads in 240 seats despite significant gains in Odisha, Telangana and Kerala, giving some solace to the party after the unexpected losses in the Hindi belt. Nota created a record with 2.18 lakh voters in Madhya Pradesh Indore opting for the none of the above or Nota option in the Lok Sabha elections. Of the total voters, 14.01% opted for none of the above, which was introduced in 2013 following a Supreme Court order. In the 2019 parliamentary polls, voters in Bihar's Gopalganj had created a record with 51,660 of them, or 5%, opting for the Nota option, which is placed as the last option on the electronic voting machine. As per the latest trends available on the Election Commission's website at 3:15 p.m., over 4.62 lakh or 0.99% of the total voters opted for Nota. Out of 61 crores 31 lakhs 33,300 votes polled in the 2019 polls, 6514558 were polled for Nota. The Congress had received a jolt in the Indore Lok Sabha seat after its candidate Akshay Kanti Bam withdrew his nomination on 29 April, the last date for the withdrawal of nominations. Bam later joined the BJP, prompting the Congress to appeal to the people to press the Nota option on EVMs during polling in Indore on 13 May. Former Chief Election Commissioner O.P. Rawat had recently described Nota as having a symbolic impact and had said if it gets more than 50% votes in a seat, only then making it legally effective on poll results could be considered. In the biggest single-day fall in 4 years, benchmark stock indices Sensex and Nifty plunged by nearly 6% on Tuesday as counting trends showed the ruling BJP may fall short of a clear majority in the Lok Sabha elections. Reversing its Monday's sharp gains of over 3%, the 30-share BSE Sensex nosedived 4,389.73 points or 5.74% to close at a more than 2-month low of 72,079.05. In the day trade, the barometer tanked 6,234.35 points or 8.15% to hit a nearly 5-month low level of 70,234.43. The NSE Nifty tumbled 1,982.45 points or 8.52% to 21,281.45 during the day. Later, it ended at 21,884.50. A sharp decline of 1,379.40 points or 5.93%. Sensex and Nifty had previously declined by around 13% on 23 March in 2020 when lockdown was imposed due to the COVID-19 pandemic. Heavy profit booking in public sector units, public banks, power, utilities, energy, oil and gas, and capital goods shares dragged the markets into the deep negative. Among the 30 Sensex companies, NTPC plunged over 15%, while State Bank of India tanked more than 14%, Larsen & Toubro tumbled over 12% and Power Grid dived more than 12%. Tata Steel, IndusInd Bank, Bharti Airtel, ICICI Bank, Axis Bank, Reliance Industries and JSW Steel were the other big laggards. Hindustan Unilever jumped 6% while Nestle climbed 3%. Tata Consultancy Services, Asian Paints and Sun Pharma also emerged as the gainers. Foreign institutional investors bought equities worth 6,850.76 crore rupees on Monday, according to exchange data. ecstatic TMC activists danced to drum beats and smeared each other with green gulal on Tuesday, as trends made it clear that the Mamata Banerjee-led party is romping home with majority seats in the 2024 Lok Sabha polls. The TMC is heading towards a huge victory as it is ahead in 29 of the 42 seats, while the BJP is leading in 12. The Congress is ahead in one constituency. Jubilant party supporters also gathered in large numbers in Asansol, Durgapur Bardhaman and many other parts of the state holding cutouts of TMC Supremo Mamata Banerjee and the party symbol twin flowers. Many of them exchanged sweets also. A large number of people gathered before the 30B Harish Chatterjee street residence of the TMC Supremo shouting slogans against BJP leader Suvendu Adhikari, the leader of the opposition in the state assembly. Young women, who are part of another procession, were seen kissing a giant replica of an earthen piggy bank with Lakshmi Bhandar, a popular financial assistance scheme of the TMC government, written on it. The narrow lane resembled a festive look as sound boxes blared campaign-themed songs of the TMC, with young supporters dancing to their tunes. After a days-long search, 23-year-old Nithisha Kandula, a California State University San Bernardino student, was found safe after she was reported missing. She hails from Hyderabad. She was last seen in Los Angeles on Tuesday, 28 May, and was reported missing. On Monday, 3 July, authorities said she was located and found safe. John Gutierrez, Chief of Call State San Bernardino Police, noted she had been located and is safe. Earlier, police had sought the public's help to find Nithisha, reportedly from Hyderabad, urging people with information on her whereabouts to contact authorities. She was described as 5 feet 6 inches tall and around 72.5 kilograms in weight with black hair and black eyes in the police's written statement. The circumstances around her disappearance and the events leading up to her location by authorities have not been released. There is a sigh of relief after the Nithisha has been found safe. This marks another case in a troubling pattern for the Indian community in the US, who has recently experienced multiple missing student incidents. Recently, the Indian community in the US has grappled with a string of such incidents involving students. For watching Swatantra TV English Bulletin. For a complete and comprehensive English news bulletin, please do watch Swatantra TV. This is Mahima, signing off. Keep watching Swatantra TV.